Anyway, another day, another instance of censorship. So, Dead Rising remake deluxe edition has been announced, and already there's been instances of censorship mentioned. One is the erotica mode. Another is the race swap of a psychopath, Larry Chiang. And the third instance is censoring a Vietnam veterans like PTSD of one of the villains in the game. So my thoughts on it are obvious. Obviously, I'm against censorship. If you watch any of my videos, you know I'm 100% against censorship. And what always happens is someone who supports censorship comes along and tries to justify this censorship, essentially because they don't like the things that are being censored in the first place, so they're fine with it. Not because they're actually like hold any principles or anything. So, I mean, the common arguments would be that, if something sexy is censored, then, well, if something sexy that appeals to straight men is censored, then, the argument is like, go watch porn, even though cleavage does not equal porn. Like being okay with seeing cleavage does not equal porn. And also, if the argument is, you can just replace, like, if something exists somewhere else, I mean, if something exists elsewhere, and therefore that justifies it being censored, by that logic, you could censor anything. Like, if, for example, in the Genshin community, there's a whole censorship of like, well, not censorship. There is people complaining about like whitewashing and stuff like that. Hypothetically, if there's black people in the game, you could turn them all white, and because black people exist in other media, then it's okay. Like, just go watch something else. Go watch BET. Or if there's trans people, I mean, trans people exist on TV shows and stuff, so they could censor all those. If there's gay people, you could censor all of those because gay people exist in like other TV shows and stuff. Like, it's a very easy argument to refute, extremely easy. But yeah, I'm obviously against it, and um, there's really no reason to do this, by the way. Like, I don't think more people will play the game now that this is censored. We've seen, for example, Genshin Impact. They've had people like try boycotting them, like quote unquote boycott. They're still playing the game, and all the content creators who are complaining about it are still making content in the game and are still spending money on the game. So boycott is like in huge like quotation marks. And even the people like, and even like the random people who are boycotting it, they're still playing the game as well. So I don't think this will actually gain any gain any more of like the player base, because we've seen games that don't censor anything. Like, for example, Nikkei. They're like super sexy and stuff, and they make like tons of money. They're the live service games that a lot of these companies want to make. A lot of these gacha games, which are like sexy and don't censor things, they're what these companies want to make, the kind of live service they want to make that they keep failing at with like Suicide Squad. And Concord's gonna come out, no one's gonna play it, even though it's like diverse and inclusive and all that stuff. What people really care about is if the game is good. That's it. They don't care about skin color or anything. Like, despite what Twitter and like Reddit will tell you, no one actually cares about like skin color or um how like inclusive the game is. They just care if the game's actually good. This is why, for example, Hogwarts Legacy was like the best-selling game of 2023, despite tons of people complaining about like J.K. Rowling's opinions and stuff like that. It was still like the best-selling game because the game itself was good. That's it. So yeah, that's my opinion. It's an extremely obvious take. Capcom will obviously continue to keep censoring games, and people will continue to defend it because they're either being like paid off, like flown out like Ubisoft style to like free events and stuff, and or they just like the things that are being censored, so therefore they're okay with it. But if I brought up like, some examples like the black people and like the gay people and trans people, then they would be against the censorship suddenly. So yeah, that's my opinion. Remember to like, subscribe, comments. I'm Big Fire 200, and I am signing out.